Missing this crucial element in a relationship can actually ruin it. You're probably thinking, why would I take advice from a guy that's single about relationships? And fair enough, that's a great point. But I've seen this time and time again in the clients that I've got results where they've got in a relationship and I've seen them and I've told them, don't do this, and then they do it, and then they get out of the relationship, they come back, they're like, oh Sam, what happened? I'm like, I told you not to do this. So that's my credibility that I can say that. And I've done it myself personally in a relationship, so I'm like, yeah, fair enough. So I'm gonna tell you in a story. It's called the motorbike story. So there's a motorbike story where there's a guy and a girl get together and she loves how rugged and sexy he is, and he's just a man, and he had a motorbike and he's, riding around. She thinks it's so sexy. She asked, they meet together, and then she asks to go on the back of the motorbike. She loves it. It's very scary. She wraps her arms around him. And she's loving it. And then they get into a relationship. And then after, the honeymoon period and everything wears off a little bit, she goes, let's just say John. Oh, John, every time you go on the motorbike, you make me so scared. Like, I'm so nervous for you. Baby, I don't like it. Oh, and he's like, don't worry, babe. It's fine. I know how I'm doing it. And, a couple of months ago, she's still nagging about, the motorbike. Like, I'm so scared about that motorbike, And he's like, oh yeah, but babe, I'm fine. Don't worry. Don't stress. You need to stress less. Like, it's fine. I understand what I'm doing. And then maybe a little accident might happen or anything like that. She's like, John, I just wish you would sell that motorbike. It's just so scary. I just don't want you there. After, a year or two of her nagging, he finally sells the motorbike, right? Then one, she's like, oh baby, thank you so much. It makes me so happy inside. I don't have to be worried about you on the thing. And he's like, oh, okay, babe, no worries. And then, a little while later, she's talking to Jessica. I don't know what it is about John. She's talking to Jessica, her friend. It's just, there's something different about him. And I don't know. I don't know what it is. And then, while it's just like, yeah, I think I'm going to break up with John. Like, he's just not the guy that I first met. He's so different. He's changed so much. Meanwhile, John's, doing everything for the girl. And then she breaks up with him and John's sideswiped. Like, I can't believe I did everything for you. That's the motorbike story. The idea is this. It's a twofold story. Number one, I've seen people, a lot of people, and I'm not just saying the clients that I've seen people all around the world. They get into a relationship with someone and they become, both of them, become the worst versions of each other. They actually bring each other down. So let's just say on a point score, let's say they are both 8s out of 10s or 7.5s out of 10s. And by the end of the relationships, they're both 5.5s out of 10. They've actually brought each other down. They're the worst versions of themselves. Now, be that as it may, a few dynamics can happen. Maybe one party gets worse and one party stays the same. And what it is on a twofold system is, the guy comes into the relationship, let's just say the guys, because I'll say it to them, and they're working out, they're fit, they've got a social life, they're very active. Maybe they met the girl through their social circle. Maybe they did that. They're rugged, they're dressing nice, they've got a great haircut, they're presenting themselves, they're showing up for the best version of themselves. They're ripped, they're tracking everything. And then you fast forward maybe a couple of years, they've fallen off their diet, they're not working out, they're staying inside eating ice cream with the girl, watching Netflix, watching these female shows. Work might be on the rocks. The only good thing about him is that occasionally, they have sex, and that's like the biggest highlight of it. And he's drinking a lot more, and he's just unhappy with life. That's one element. And I see that, and I go, the way that you presented yourself into the relationship is the way that you should show up throughout the relationship. Now, of course, there's going to be some changes, but in fact, when you start a relationship, that is the first day you have to start showing up even better. You have to keep getting attractive, keep getting more disciplined, keep improving both of your lives now. But society somehow just misses that, and they become the worst version. On the woman's side, she stops going to the gym, she lets herself go, she's putting on the pounds, she's not wearing makeup, she's and then she only gets dressed up for girls' nights, and they just become this calamity of arguments and not liking each other but sort of liking each other, arguments, and they end up hating each other by the end of the relationship. You probably know friends like this that have gone into that. And so what I say for guys is like, you have to, the way you presented yourself is the way you have to continue the relationship. You get in there and your gym workouts are now even more intense to stay in shape. You've got a reason to stay in shape, to be physically attractive for the other person. When your finances, now another person is dependent on you, you're dependent on each other, depending what the finances like. But it should motivate you to get these even more handled. When you're dressing nice, you want to dress nice. You want the other partner to see you as the best version of yourself. But time and time again, especially in the US, US and the Western world, it's like drag each other down. And the motorbike story is great because what guys do is they start to become dependent on the access to vagina, as bluntly as it is. And when they become dependent on that, they become, which is a terminology that a lot of people have, pussy whipped. They become pussy whipped. So instead of hanging out with the boys, they would rather hang out with the girlfriend, do the baby voice, watch Netflix of Too Hot to Handle, and then go to sleep and put on, she's putting on a mask or she's tweezing his eyebrows. And sometimes it's not the girl's fault. Sometimes the girls like literally go hang out with your friends. But the guy's like, no, I don't want to. And they literally get feminized from being around too much feminine energy. And so the opposite can happen where he wants to hang out with his friends. She's like, no. And that's where even more pussy whip, where it's like tragic, where because he's so dependent on getting this vagina, he becomes almost like a people pleaser, nice guy, becomes a shell of himself. The relationship dynamics change. And I saw this time and time again. I used to work in a suit shop where military guys would come in, the toughest of the toughest. Guys that have been in war, I'm talking 60-year-olds as well. And the relationship dynamic had gone from the man being the masculine, the female being the feminine, and then have a polarity switch where the woman would be the masculine, the man would be the feminine one. And so I get a guy trying to buy a suit and he's like, oh, I can't, I have to ask the wife, I have to, she has to make the decision. She'd come in, she's like, oh, John, why would you choose that awful color? What's wrong? And she would just, a thing called poison drip, tear down his confidence, tear down his things. And I've had relationships like that, where you become a shell of who you are. And so with this, you have to understand where the way you showed up on day one is the way you have to show up for the rest of the relationship. There's no easing off this. There's no, oh yeah, it doesn't matter. I will just, I'll take, you can take skip days, you can take cheat days, don't worry. Cheat days not like cheat on your partner, cheat days on the diet. There was a funny meme about that recently. But you got to show up. But a lot of guys don't. They show up in the complete opposite way and they get worse and worse and worse. The reason why you both end up being terrible for each other and going from that 8 to that 5.5 is because the dynamics change, the polarity, the energetic polarity of the masculine and feminine change, where the woman starts to make decisions. You're always wrong as a man. Arguments, that the frame has been lost by the man. Now, it's not the woman's job, it's the man's job to keep the frame in the relationship, to keep you making decisions for the both of you, to keep you being the leader of the relationship. But when you are slacking, when you are not doing the correct actions, no wonder she's going to take over. No wonder she doesn't feel or trust you because you aren't even stepping up for yourself. So if you if you turn up on day one, this is me. I host parties. I get to know a lot of people. I'm fit. I'm confident. And it's okay. If you have an injury, you don't have to if you think, but you have to step up in other ways, right? And the brass reality, puppies and dogs and children. Puppies, children, and women are the only ones that actually get unlimited love, where men get love based on the things and the value that we can offer. And so even if you get an injury, you're going to have to step up in other ways as well, just so you know. But if you continuously get better as a man in the relationship, that frame becomes easier because you are getting better. Now, if she's slacking and you're on your grind and you're on your shit, you're very dialed in, you have the ability to be able to call her out because you are the leader, you are the byproduct, you are hustling, and you are becoming a better version of yourself. So you want a partner that's also doing that. And you have that authority because you are on your stuff and you want your partner to grow with you as well. Now, if you don't have that, you don't have any leverage. Oh, I want you to be this. Well, look at you, motherfucker. You ain't doing shit. And that's where the dynamics flare a lot. So the way you turn up in day one is basically the first day of you dating, actually dating. And you have to continuously Get better and better and better to keep the attraction there, keep the frame there, keep the dynamics, the masculine and feminine in the correct position. And as I said, time and time again, I've seen people do this and they fall off and they don't do this. So what is it? It's choosing long-term gratification things rather than short-term. Oh, baby, I want you to stay in bed with me, eat ice cream and watch Netflix. I can't. I'm on my grind. Now you might say, well, I have had relationships where I've seen them and I've been on my grind. I'm giving everything to my woman and then she goes out and cheats on me or goes out and does things. And one off, you could say they're outliers. You can be like, but what's probably happened is you haven't understood the full dynamics. There's other videos I'll go into fuller dynamics in that. But if we're just saying this one particular aspect, it's that if you keep that masculine feminine there, you will have a better relationship than if you don't. I will say that and guarantee and put my life on that because I've seen too many couples have that polarity flip. I've had that in myself. I've had relationships where the polarity is flipped and it's the most awful experience you'll ever have. It's a terrible relationship and I'd say that most relationships in the world have that polarity flip. But if you can keep that and you keep on yourself and keep grinding, keep getting better, you'll have a better chance at holding that frame in the correct areas. That means you have to turn up. The day you turned up on day 1 is the day you're going to have to turn up on day 2163. That's what it means. But you're going to be proud of yourself. Your woman's going to be proud of yourself. Your kids are going to be proud of you. And at the end of the day, you are going to be that role model. So take it from a single guy that's seen a lot of people do this. That's it.